Now, switching to the US, and you've warned New Yorkers against electing Zohran Mamdani as mayor, and you make the excellent point that they only need to look at Gavin Newsom's California to see what can happen when you implement these sorts of far-left policies. Of course, Gavin Newsom was mayor of San Francisco before he failed his way up to governor of the state. Douglas, God forbid, there's talk of him being one of the front runners as a Democrat candidate in 2028. Could he fail his way all the way up to the presidency, Gavin Newsom?
Oh, yeah, he probably could. The Democrats haven't got a very deep or talented bench at the moment. And Gavin Newsom seems to be failing up largely because a lot of people seem to think he looks the part and seems to be a nice guy of some kind, which I think is a mistake on multiple levels. Gavin Newsom has been safeguarding, looking after one of the most beautiful states in America with some of the most beautiful parts of nature and indeed cities of anywhere in the world. And he's caused a massive exodus, and he's overseeing a city which, when it's not on fire from wildfires, is on fire from riots. And he'd be an absolutely catastrophic president. But yes, the interesting thing that New York is about to see, whether it elects the radical socialist Mamdani or not, is just how much can you break a city before it's broken for good? There are cities in America that have fallen completely through the floor. Occasionally they come back, but cities like Detroit have fallen through the floor in past generations. LA has been stress tested to an incredible extent. San Francisco, ditto. New York, people like Mamdani, the failed rapper, seem to think that they can just stress test a city like New York endlessly. You know, the interesting thing in America is that you can't, not least because one of the geniuses of the federal system is that it means it is incredibly easy for somebody who has been tested too much in New York, who's paying taxes that are too high, to live on streets where there are needles lying around and homeless and illegal migrants around the streets and dangers on the subway and much more. They can just leave and go to Florida where they'll have a better standard of living, or they can move to Texas. It's so much easier than, say, if you're in Australia or Britain, and you've decided you're being so badly governed you want to get out. In America, it is incredibly easy to move between states. And if Mamdani gets in New York, not only will he hike the taxes, he'll, of course, as he said, he'll tax the white in particular. No racism there, of course. And I think we will see a massive exodus of talented people, and not just the 1%, but the sort of people who work hard to afford to live in the extremely expensive city of New York. You'll see an exodus of those people. And yes, it's not inevitable that a city like New York can just be endlessly tested, because there have been times in the city's history before, not least in the 1970s, where you showed that actually you keep testing New York like that and it can fall an awfully long way. And maybe next time there won't be a Giuliani figure to save it.
Now, before you go, Douglas, I read in The Hill just a couple of hours ago the startling news that Harry and Meghan could possibly return to their royal duties. Apparently, it was never Prince Harry's intention to give up his responsibilities as a senior royal. Douglas, I know this keeps you up at night, but do you think Harry and Meghan could do their so-called passion projects while serving the crown?
I love this alleged spin that it was an accident that he gave up his royal duties. You or I might forget to empty the dishwasher. Harry forgot to keep doing royal duties. Could happen to anyone, you know. I mean, it was only his main job and role in life. So no, I don't particularly buy that. I suspect they will hold out in Montecito as long as they can, until the Netflix deals dry up further and the sales of Meghan's jam don't bring in sufficient funds. And at that point, they may try to make a re-entry. But I love this thing of just sort of forgetting about it. It's like, whoops, I left the country, insulted my family, and stopped doing any royal duties, but I didn't mean to. Brilliant. Only Harry and Meghan could do that.
Absolutely. Douglas Murray, thank you so much for your time tonight.
Great pleasure as always. Thank you, Rita.